Reality is neutral and truth is relative. You know how we like to take these day to day neutral situations and turn them about these deep, personalized stories we tell ourselves, whether it's some kind of confirmation about what we deeply believe about ourselves or what we believe about other people around us. We end up turning these situations, these moments, maybe even into things that I guess determine what we believe, feel, and think about ourselves, but not only ourselves, sometimes even other people as well. Reality exists independent of human perception, whether that is through events or facts. They exist whether we are there to witness them or not. Whereas truth is relative because it depends on things like interpretation. I think truth ultimately is the meaning we assign to reality, to our interpretation of reality. No, an example for this, you see, well, let's say a person traveling on a bullet train. The bullet train is traveling at 300 kmh, kilometers per hour or miles per hour. I know that's not the same thing, but let's say it's traveling at 300 miles per hour. The person at the train will be like, the person at the train will say they're traveling at 0 miles per hour, which is objectively true, for them. But let's say another person standing at some kind of train station, seeing that train go past, they'll say the person in that train or the people in that train are traveling 300 miles per hour. And I guess in that sense, it would also be an objective reality from their point of view, or from their perspective. This is just one example with velocity, but another example is, in a let's say in a what's it called? Oh my gosh! Let's say in an empty forest, a tree falls. See, the tree falls and it makes sound. It makes a loud noise, and whether one is there to hear or see it or not, it will make that noise. So that would be an example of, of reality, real neutrality. Now, this could also be twisted. I'm gonna say twisted. This could also be twisted in the sense that if a person is there to witness it, they will see that tree's truth as falling. Well, not falling, but the noise it makes when falling. So it makes a loud noise. That is their objective truth. But let's say there's an ant on the tree. When that tree hits the ground, when that tree falls, to the ant, it will feel like a catastrophic earthquake. You trying to you understand what I'm trying to get at? Yeah. You see, I'm going to read about a part of this book, A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. I actually haven't read this book. Wait, this does not make any sense. I apologize. I did not read the entire book, but I read quite a bit of it. Now it says, facts undoubtedly exist. If you say light travels faster than sound and someone else says the opposite is the case, you're obviously right. And he is wrong. The simple observation that lightning precedes thunder could confirm this. So not only are you right, but you know you're right. Is there any ego involved in this? Possibly, but not necessarily. Now this kind of deviated from my original point, but I feel like it still kind of represents what I'm trying to get at. The things around us, they happen regardless of what we feel, regardless of what we think. And I think that's something that a lot of people just need to learn and just become comfortable with. Now, that part was called In Defense of an Illusion, but I mean, if you're interested in how the ego works, I would definitely recommend this book to you. It's really, I like it. Well, I mean, I liked it, but at some point it was just not enough for me. It was too much ideological talk. Does that make sense? Well, I hope that was the right word. At some point it just didn't really hit me. Though I did experience an ego through this book, so I'm grateful for that. But now, that's not all I wanted to say. It's at the beginning of this video I was saying like how we like to take situations and I guess distort them we filter them and then therefore we distort them in a way that I guess validates and confirms our biases, our experiences, our lived experiences, and ideas, beliefs about ourselves and stuff. Now, this brings me to another point, which is objective morality. I do not believe in moral objectivity because, well, simply due to the fact that morality or morality itself is innately subjective. I do not understand how people I really don't understand how people argue against this. I think morality is purely subjective. Though, now if we're leaning into the social, biological, and functionalist aspects of this, then I guess you could debate this again. And this is kind of a direction I'm currently heading it in, because if we argue on the basis of, let's say, social, biological, and functionalist aspects, or like just on the basis of these things, then it will become easier to narrow down the limits of moral and more of moral and objective. Wait, did I say moral? Oh gosh, I'm sorry, I'm tired. It will become easier to limit the holy moly, I'm sorry, the objective. Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm not cutting this out though. This is me. No, it'll become easier to limit the objectivity and subjectivity of morality or of morality, because say killing people is wrong. I think most of us can agree on this. It's like not up to debate because killing someone is wrong, but most of us agree on this due to the fact that we can empathize with other people, and we know that, well, at least we would not like to be killed if we were in that, let's say, the victim's position. But then on the other hand, there are still going to be a handful of people who are going to justify killing or murdering other people. And it's difficult to apply this murder is wrong to all kinds of situations, and therefore it's morally subjective, this claim. I mean, I still think that killing people is wrong and there's no justification for it, but I guess accidents do happen, and sometimes you don't have much choice but to, I guess, maybe for self-defense or something, sometimes you don't have any other choice because it might end up to you. But then I guess that begs to ask the question, is it better to kill another person or to let yourself die? And then when we're at this point, I think you can argue survival of the fittest again. Now, where was I at? I honestly forgot where I was at. And I'm still not cutting this. I gotta get more comfortable in front of the camera. Right, I remember. Social biological stuff, yeah. So I believe the reason why most of us think it's wrong to kill another person is because not only because we would not like to be killed if we were in their position, but also to preserve life. And preserving life is not a bad thing in its core. I don't think it is. And you know, I guess it's this thing that drives us deep within. Like, it's deep. Well, let me just say life, because life is life. Okay, that was a perfect, wow, that was just, yeah. Anyway, killing people is wrong, and I'll argue on this from the social biological angle, because you know, killing is wrong, unless, well, I mean, killing humans is wrong because we are humans as well, and you basically see each other and we see ourselves in each other. But killing animals, on the other hand, is not wrong, because we need them. We need to eat them. We need to we need to keep ourselves alive. Oh, this sounds crazy, kind of. I mean, it kind of is. Yeah, I'm just yapping at this point. My bad, guys. I might actually sit down and really think about my points, but I mean, you can pretty much tell that not that much thought went into this. I mean, there was this much thought, well, a lot of thought that went into this, but unfortunately, I lost everything. I lost all my arguments and stuff, so it's difficult for me to elaborate on those brief points I made. Anywho, thank you for staying till the end if you did, and I appreciate you. Have a great day or night or evening.